Welcome everyone to episode number 4 of Time Together, about collaborations, about Louis Erard and its collaborations. And episode 4, a very, very important episode, is Konstantin Chaykin. I think so far, with Vianney, probably the most successful collaboration, also the most unexpected, the visually most striking one. And how did this collaboration come along? Well, in a long period of time. I mean, in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, I was asked to help Raketa to redevelop the brand. Raketa, the oldest Russian watch producer, big company back in the heydays of the Soviet Union, more than 5 million watches, almost disappeared, and the owners asked me to help them to revitalize the company, redo the strategy, redevelop the brand. And I would say before the war, I spent a lot of time in Russia, every month, a week, trying to help them to develop the company. And by doing so, obviously, I started also to get interested, talk a lot with other watchmakers, being very interested in what's going on in the watchmaking sphere in the country. And I was trying to convince journalists from all over the world to come and join, visit. And I felt it was interesting for them not just to visit this very incredible manufacturing facility that was Raketa, but also the sole, really established independent watchmaker, Konstantin Chaykin. So I brought a lot of journalists, and over time build a friendship, good friendship with Konstantin, that I call Kostya. And he asked me a few suggestions. I helped him to develop the business, helped him to open a lot of retailers, brought him to Geneva, brought him to Geneva Watch Days, brought him to Mexico, introduced him in different countries. And obviously after a certain time, he asked me, but you know, you help me a lot. You give me good advice. What can I do for you? And I said, look, the only thing that I would be interested is to make a collaboration, because I love what you're doing. I think it's an incredible proposition. It's unique. It has a very strong DNA, visually very striking. And he said, sure. And it didn't take very long. And he asked me, so what's the you know, how do we proceed? I said, look, it's as simple as this. There's a regulator, do with it what you want. And very quickly he came up with this one-eye monster, with this Russian fairy tale of this cyclops, this one-eyed monster. And I was just blown away. It was really just typical Chaykin. Very complex for us to develop, though. It took so it's a process, if you like, from 2019 to maybe 2022, when I stopped going to Russia for reasons that are pretty evident. We had back and forth, we discussed, and then we started this collaboration. And from his design, which was pretty quick, to the first prototype was quite long. Why? Because obviously the eye is a disc. Our indication is in the form of in the shape of a disc. And technically this is quite complex, and we had quite a lot of back and forth with Scelita, which is the movement maker of the regulator, to find the tolerances, to be able to develop this specific aspect of a disc, which takes much more weight. We had to try different materials. So it took some time, maybe about 6 to 9 months, maybe even a little bit longer, just to do the testing phase. And then another, I would say, 6 months to do the prototypes. But then we decided, because we started the discussion before, to postpone the launch by 1 year, because I thought it was not the right timing. There was a geopolitical situation that I didn't want to confront with the launch back then. And we finally decided to launch it back last year, so actually 2023. We're now in early 2025, so 2023. And it was an incredible success very quickly. And we therefore decided to do another another 2 editions of 178. So we did 2 day editions with a very cool film. I think the film is one of the best films we did. Funny film in April, and then we did another round in September that we obviously prepared in advance. But we liked this idea of playing between positive day, fun, and gentle monster during the day, and a little bit more darker monster during the night. So that was 2023, and I think it's been very, very successful for both of us. I had a lot of resonance, and I have to say I'm very happy to see that Konstantin often posts about the watch, really considers this as part of his creations as well, and like any other of his products. And maybe saying something a bit early, but it might be that we have another very interesting surprise coming in 2025, because it's a very good collaboration. It's a collaboration that has been very successful and very fruitful for both companies, and we want to continue it. So, as usual, regulator based, but the next one that will be quite unexpected, as we can be unexpected. 178 pieces, 178 standing for being strong together, which is obviously our strong motto that we use for these collaborative pieces. So episode number 4 was and is about the Konstantin Chaykin, which I think has been a bit of a game changer. Suddenly people understood that it was just one or two, or it's not just something we do here and there, but it's a real long-term strategy, that these collaborations are part of the identity of Louis Erard. That is something that we continue over time. That is really becoming our DNA for the classical collection. We have some surprises for our future sports line, but that's something for other episodes in the future. But the idea is really to build these collaborations as the stronghold of the company, that people immediately recognize Louis Erard as this very strong collaborative brand. So thank you for episode 4, and looking forward to talk to you soon about another very interesting collaboration.